Hi guys, today I'm going to do a fresh faced makeup look with all cream products from beginning to end. Instead of setting any of my foundation or concealer with powder, today I'm going to set it with a MAC Fix Plus. So I'm going to spray it all at the end and it'll last all day. So I'm going to start off by using some Prime Time by bareMinerals. It's the original. It's clear and it's got a little bit of a silicone slip to it. And I do like a pea-size amount all over my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. I do this especially on days that I know I'm not going to be using any setting powders to try and get good longevity out of my makeup. So I'm going to start off with, for foundation, I'm going to use the bareMinerals BareSkin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation, and I am in shade Bare Natural 07. I'm going to use about maybe 5 to 8 drops. I always put more to begin with so that I can just do it in one fell swoop rather than having to go back, reapply, go back, reapply. So again, same sort of thing as last time. I start off in the places that I need the most coverage. And if I'm ever not looking directly at you guys, it's because I am using where I'm filming as my mirror. So this stuff is pretty easy. It's got a funny little texture to it. Just one that I'm not used to. It's more oily, but I have super dry skin, so that works great for me. So like normal, I just buff it all into my skin. Okay, so I've got that on. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a natural look, but I still want the brightening under my eyes to cover my dark circles and just to put a little bit more life back into my face. So I'm going to use a different concealer today. Today I'm going to use, what is this one? It's a Nars one. I don't remember which one. I know the shade is light one, Chantilly. It looks like this. This is probably lighter than I would repurchase. As you can see, it's really bold. So this one I would not highlight around my face as boldly as I did in the last video. I use much less, but still in the same spots. Under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and above my eyebrows. But with this one, instead of bringing the concealer all the way down into my cheek area in a triangle, I'm going to concentrate on the inner corners of my eye and bring the rest of the product up and over my eye to get rid of any veins, and then pull the concealer up in through here near the crease of my eye so that I can get a little bit of a more awake look. So I'm going to start by doing it this way. You can use a more sheer foundation, but still get the good coverage that you want. You can see the main difference in my concealer today is that I have a little bit more pull because I do want to move more of this concealer than I did with the other one where I wanted it to really set exactly where I was putting it. This one has a little bit more of a, it's just a lighter shade, so I don't want to have such a strong V under my eye or it will look like, hello. So there's that. So then I'm going to do my eyebrows quickly without explaining them because they're the same way that I showed you last time and the same product. All products that I've used today I will list below. If you press the arrow to get to the information bar, it'll have them listed right there. It's so nice to finally have some sunshine. Okay, so I'm going to blend those out. And today, instead of doing a shadow, I'm going to do a nice spring pop of color. I'm going to use a blue eyeliner just in my bottom waterline as just a nice, oh actually I'm going to use two different eyeliners. I'm going to use a Inner Rim Brightener by Tarte that's sort of a flesh color on the very waterline on the bottom, and then I'm going to smudge on my bottom lash line with this nice bold blue color. So after I've done brows and the concealer, I'm going to go in and bronze a little bit. And for that, I'm going to use this cream bronzer by Chanel. This, I think it will go bad before I use it all. You need a really sparing amount. It's just so, it's such a pretty shade. It's a nice matte color, and I usually, like always, sort of put it in the hollow of my cheek and then blend up, trying not to move the concealer that I've put here. So like a lazy man's version of contouring. And then today I'm going to take a little bit of this and actually bring it down to my jawline, because I'm trying to get this look to be just youthful and dewy and fresh faced. So by putting a little on my jawline, it just gives it a little more definition. And I like that. Okay, so next I'm going to use cream blush. This is what the packaging looks like. It's called a BECCA Beach Tint, and the shade that I'm going to be using today is Watermelon, but it looks like this. And this is actually the full size. It's super small because you need to just use a really sparing amount of it. To apply it, I'm going to use a Real Techniques. I think this one is their, I don't believe they have any other, oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Stippling brushes. They may in their other lines, but this is just their like basic line, and that's what the end of it looks like. So it's got all different varying lengths, but it's densely packed in there. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the brush, and then after I've got it on there, I'm just going to blend a little. Oh, and it smells so heavenly. It smells like watermelon fruity. Now you could apply this right from the container with just your fingers, but I prefer to use a stippling brush because I tend to get a more even application. But the nice thing about this product is it could be used as like a pat and go. And then I just try and make sure that it's blended out. This is a bold color for me, but sometimes I like a nice bold wash of color on my cheeks. So then I'm going to use, this is a travel version of the BECCA Opal. So it's a liquid skin perfector or highlighter. And with that one, I'm going to use the small end of a double-ended concealer brush that I have, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing and apply it right above my blush and right below where I put concealer. And I'm going to take it and put it down the bridge of my nose and on my cupid bow. And with this, I'm going to blend down into my blush and then up a little bit. And if I could get the light, It gives a really nice illumination above your cheekbone. There. You can see that besides the blush being bold, this look is a little bit more illuminating, has much less matte parts of the skin. What am I going to do next? So next I'm going to put a little of that Tarte Inner Rim Brightener. This is funny stuff, but it works really well. Oops. So I'm going to take this and actually place it on my waterline. And it just opens up the eyes. Ooh. This isn't something that I wear every day, so it does shock my eyes when I put it on. And I only line the top lash line if I have a full eye look on. So where today I'm just going to be wearing 2 different liners on the bottom, I won't be putting any of this on the top. So with this, I'm just going to sort of smudge it right in the actual lash line till about mid-eye, and that's good for me. Where it is such a pretty sort of teal blue color, I want it to be a pop of color, but not to look like, hello. Then it has a smudger end, so I like to take it and just smudge it down a little so that it's noticeable. Okay. Now I'm going to use that MAC Fix Plus. I have just the travel size, and I spray it till my face feels damp and then let it dry. I don't use this every day with my makeup, so the travel size lasts a long time for me. The other one that I like to use is by Urban Decay, the All-Nighter Setting Spray. It works really well. And then I'm just gonna let that sort of dry and then put some mascara and a little bit of a gloss on. This I just got recently. It's from the drugstore. It's Revlon. It's a really pretty sort of peachy coral color for spring. It's called 565 Sunstone, and I believe this is one of their HD colors. The only thing that I don't love about it is I prefer a doe foot applicator, and it's got like one of those little brushes at the end, but it's a really pretty color. The way I like to apply this is I get the gloss on, and I prefer it to be a wash of color than like a really matte color. So that's all I'll do for that, and then I'm gonna put mascara. And I'd love if you guys told me if you prefer when I make the videos shorter and don't talk about the products that I'm using and then list them below, or if you like hearing about the products as I'm using them. This mascara is it's by YSL, and it's their Babydoll. It's awesome, I really like it. It's got a plastic brush with really short bristles, so you can get in there and get really, I like lots of good separation. And it's great for lengthening. But it does get sort of like a Babydoll look. Now that everything's dry with the setting spray, I'm all ready to go. And you can see now with the setting spray, now that some of the makeup has really set and dried a little bit, that the blush and the highlighter really come together nicely and just give you a really pretty dewy look. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.